started. It is working. Yay. Okay. So the first one, it says 2 boxes of tissues are similar in shape and size. The larger tissue box is dilated by a scale factor. Okay, so this is it says the larger tissue box. This is my larger one. It is being dilated by 0.5. Okay, what is 0.5? Okay, so if I multiply something by half, what happens? I get half of it. It's the same thing as dividing it by 2, right? Okay, so it wants us to find 3 measurements, x, y, and z. So I have x, I have y, I have z. Okay, so what is half of 5? So do y'all agree that that's x's corresponding measurement, corresponding side? All right, so y and 15 are corresponding sides. So what is half of 15? 7.5. 7.5. All right, what's half of 4? 2. That's it. Those are your answers. Not too bad, right?
Mr. Crown helped you and you got it wrong.
Okay, on yours it says A, B, C, D. If you notice, I don't have a D, so we can mark out that last letter on each one. Okay. So, our answer choices. It says AB, which is here, right? I go from A, I go to B. Is corresponding with WX. Is that true? Okay, so that one works. BC, so I go from B to C, is going from X to Y. Are those corresponding sides?
Yes.
So that one works. So should that be our answer?
Yes.
Yes, but am I going to be extra cautious?
Yes.
Okay. AB, so again, AB over BC. Now, can we set that up like that? We can, but this side has to do the same. So if this was from AB, I should have WX again. Do I have WX?
No.
No. All right, so AB over WY. Right away, are those corresponding sides? No. All right, Lacey drew a map of the Colorado River using a scale of 4 centimeters equals 160 miles. 4 centimeters. If it gives me a setup right away, set it up over 160 miles. The actual length of the Mississippi River is 1,520 miles. So where would I put that in my other fraction setup? It gave me miles. So where should I put it, on the top or the bottom?
Bottom.
The bottom. I have miles is equal to miles. So 1,520. I've seen this set up a million times, right? How do I solve this? Cross multiply and then divide. So 1,520 times 4. Well, 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 2 is
8.
5 times 4.
20.
Okay, my 2. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 2 is
6.
6. So I have 6,080 divided by 160. Is there a way we can make that problem a little bit easier?
Yes.
How? I can cross out a 0. They both have one. I can take it both away. Okay. 16 to 60. What you think?
I want to say like 2 or 3.
Okay. Well, if we estimate, 16 can go up to 20, right? So let's try 3. So 16 times 3 gives me 48. Do you agree that if I did another 16, it would be too large?
Yes.
Yes. So I had 12 and I had 8. Okay. So if I rounded, what do you think?
Like 38.
Okay. What do we think? What number would go in? 8. So 38 what? What was it asking for?
Inches, not centimeters.
Centimeters. What length in centimeters? So 38 centimeters. Okay, the next one is the same thing, right? Except it made it way easier for you. Daniel made a scale drawing of the Washington Monument, which has an actual height of 625 feet. So I have 625 feet. He decided to use a scale in which 1 inch represents 25 feet. So it found a unit rate for you, right? All right, so it wants to know what is the height in inches. So I don't know my inches, but I do know my feet. When I multiply 625 times 1, what happens?
You get the same thing.
I get the same thing. So all I have to do is what?
625 divided by 25.
625 divided by 25. 25 is what? What do we think of when we see 25?
25 inches.
No, what do we think of when we see 25? Come on, guys. Money. Money. Quarters. How many quarters would be closest to 62 cents? 2. Because 2 quarters are 50 cents. Okay, how many quarters would give me $1.25?
Five.
5.
It'd be 25.
25 inches.
What if you did it another way?
What did you do?
I did 625 divided by 25. 25 and I did that.
Show me when I'm done. Okay, I'll look at your paper. Okay, the two trapezoids below are similar. What is the length of segment WX? So it's wanting this length. Somebody tell me how you set it up. Guys, I know watching, the kids outside line up to go to PE and music is so interesting, but let's focus over here. Uh-huh. Okay. Somebody tell me how you set it up.
Oh, this one, I did x over 6
Okay.
equals 4 over 10.
Okay, does everybody agree that's how you could have done it?
Yes.
Yes. What was my top priority? What was I solving for? X. Okay, so its corresponding side was 6. So if I started with X, what did I have to start with over here?
You gotta do 6 times 4.
I had to do the 4. You aren't listening to the question.
Oh, my bad, 4.
Because remember, the shape you start with on one side, you have to start with it again on the other, right? Okay, so 6 times 4 is?
24.
So 24 divided by 10.
Equals 2.4.
2.4.
Ba-boom.
Does anybody want to see that set up as a division problem? Are y'all good?
We're good.
Okay, so 2.4 is your answer. Okay, this one was the one last class period that tricked the most people, and it's just because it made you do something that, just one extra step that you hadn't really been doing. Okay, the two triangles below are similar. What is the perimeter of XYZ? Okay, what is my formula to find a perimeter of a new shape?
You add.
What does it say up there? Old perimeter times scale factor. So I have to find the scale factor. How would I do that? Remember, the scale factor, what number do I start with? I start with the new shape, right? So these are the only set of corresponding sides that I have. So I have 3/10. Well, what is 3/10 as a decimal? 0.3. Because if I saw this decimal and I asked you to read it, what would you say?
0.3.
No.
3/10.
3/10. Is that what I have there?
Yes.
Okay. So I have to multiply my perimeter by my scale factor. But do I know my perimeter yet?
Yeah. No.
How do I find perimeter?
Yeah. Add up all the sides.
Add up all the sides. 20 plus 10 is
30.
30 plus 15,
45.
45. Now can I solve my problem?
Yes.
Okay. So I take 45 and I multiply it by
0.3.
0.3. So remember,
15.5.
so I have 15, carry my 1. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 1 decimal place, 13.5. Okay, both of these use radius, right?
Yep.
So what is my formula to find circumference with radius?
You gotta do your radius times 2 and then multiply What? Your
3.1.
can't you do 7.2 plus 7.2 minutes?
And that's the same thing as multiplying it by 2. Yes. Okay. So you could automatically want to double your radius to get your diameter, right?
Yeah.
Because the formula using diameter is what?
The circumference.
Pi times diameter.
Oh.
Okay. So you could automatically try to find the diameter. Isn't that this doubling? It's the same thing as multiplying by 2, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
So if I'm just going to plug this into the formula, it would be 2 times 3.14 times 7.2. Okay. There were 2 ways you could have done this. If you multiplied 2 times pi first, it's going to give you easier numbers to multiply. Because 2 times pi gives you, so I have 8, 2, and 6, 6.28. If you would have done this first, it would have given you 14.4, so then you would have had a 3-digit by a 3-digit number. Okay?
That's what I did.
And you can. That's absolutely fine. But I know some of you internally panic if you see a 3-digit by a 3-digit number. Okay? So you can do it either way because this would have just been 6.28 times 7.2. Either way you multiply, what did y'all get?
I got 45.2. I got 17.
Okay, so let's look at this. So I have 16, 4, 5, 12. Cross out my 2, put a 0. 6, 14 plus 5 is 9. Okay, 19. And then I have 43. So 6, 11. 9 plus 2 is 11 plus the 1 is 12. 3, 4, 5, and then 4. How many decimal places did I have here?
Yeah, 3.
1,
3.
2, 3. 1,
So you have to
2,
do
3.
round to then you're
Now, okay, what does it say here?
round to the nearest tenth if
Okay, if I'm looking at my decimal, what place is this?
the 100, the thousands.
Thousands. What is this?
Hundreds.
What is this?
Tens.
So this is where I needed a round, right?
Yeah.
So that 1, does it stay or does it make it go up? Stay. So it's 45.2. Y'all gotta make sure you read the whole problem. Okay. All right, so I'm doing the exact same thing here, right? But what's 4.5 times 2? What happens when you double 4.5?
It gives you 9.
It gives you 9. Is that going to be easy to handle?
Yeah.
So should you have probably done that one first?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4.5 times 2 is 9. And then I just have 9 times 3.14. What is 9 times 4? Okay, what is 9 times 4?
36.
36. I carry my 3. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 3.
12.
Carry my 1. 9 times 3.
12.
9 times 3 plus 1.
28.
Okay, how many decimal places did I have?
2.
2. So I go over 1, 2. But how many decimal places does it want me to round to? Round to the nearest 10th. Where was my 10th place? So it wants 1 decimal. I have 2. What do? I round. So what number do I have to look at to round?
2.
What?
The 6.
The 6. Okay. Does it make that 2 go up or stay?
Up.
Up. So 28.3 inches. This should have been meters. Okay, questions on the front?
Nope.
Not too bad? Okay. Flipping? We good? Can I flip? Yes? Everybody got it? We sure? Going once? Going twice? Yes. Okay. All right. Yes, there's always a back. The 2 trapezoids below are similar. The small trapezoid, so here, has a side length of 4 and an area of 12. What do you think I'm going to be doing? Finding the new area, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it says the other corresponding side length of 24. What do I have to find before I can do anything else?
The scale factor.
Scale factor. So what number would I start with? No. Scale factor, which means I have to use proportional sides.
24 and 4.
I put 24 on. Why am I putting 20? No. Okay, yes, it is going to be 6. But why am I putting 24 on top?
Because you gotta divide the bigger number by the smaller number.
Not necessarily. I'm going to my new shape. My new shape always comes first. Okay? So 24 divided by 4 is 6. So 6 is my scale factor. What do I do with my scale factor to find the new area? No. Look on the board. Look on the board. Multiply. What am I multiplying?
6 by 12.
Okay. I multiply my old area, which is 12, times my scale factor. Am I missing something?
No.
I'm not.
Yes, you have to.
I have to square it. Area is units squared. I have to square my scale factor.
So 36 times 12.
6 squared is 36 times 12. All right, 36 times 12. 432. Why did I put a squared by my feet? Because it's area. Area measures in square units. When you go to buy a house and you ask how big it is, they're going to tell you it's this many feet squared or square feet. Okay. All right, this is a STAR question. I have looked at the last several STAR tests, and one like this has been on almost every single one. Now, your notes that we did the other day, before we even started solving for circumference, our notes had us make the connection. Okay, I'm going to refresh your memory real quick. Circumference. That's what it's asking about, right? So here with our notes, what did it have us do? Right here, the ratio setup. The circumference was over diameter. Every time we divided the circumference by the diameter, we got pi, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we could set up a ratio comparing the circumference and the diameter, which one would do that here? H. Which one could you have eliminated right away? Okay, it asked for the diameter. Okay. Is this the diameter? No. Is this the diameter? No. That's the radius. Okay, and I can't just divide that because I have to multiply the radius by what? 2. So I couldn't have used those. This one, it was just backwards. If I would have divided that, I would not have gotten pi. All right? Make sense? Okay, because think about it. When I have an expression like this, and this is what I am trying to solve for, wouldn't I divide that and have that left over? Okay, this next one. Determine the circumference of the circle. It gives me radius. What's my formula?
3.5 times 2 times pi.
Okay. What is 3.5 doubled?
7.
So this would be 7. So if I had my diameter, pi times diameter, 3.14 times 7. If I can double something that has 0.5, it's going to give me a whole number, right? Whole numbers are easier to multiply than decimals, yes? So 3.14 times 7. Okay. This one, what'd y'all get?
I got A.
A. Good.
Study.
Yes. Study. If you need extra study practice, what